We are live. Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome. Happy new moon in Leo. I feel like it's a really positive shift from the daily moon that was just in Cancer. Jackson, I'm not dealing with this. No, we're not doing this. You need to calm down. All right, so I hope everyone is doing well. I've updated the description box. I'm doing some card pulls. I'm gonna start off with like a little collective reading. This is just for the new moon in Leo. I want to pull from the Moonology and the Queen of the Moon Oracle decks and kind of see what the energy is, what advice Spirit has for everybody. And then if you guys were interested in getting a reading, you can. All that information's down below. I'm hoping that my baby's down for the night. I put him down like half an hour ago. He's been kind of not feeling that well, so he's been getting up. Like usually he's down till like 5, 6 in the morning, but lately he's been, you know, not feeling too well, so he's been getting up. But I'm hoping that everything's good for the live. I hope everyone is doing well. At some point I might kick my dog out because his breathing is giving me anxiety. It's so funny. He's so loud with his breathing and his everything. Like he's just a ridiculous dog that I have taught him to be quiet. Because like I'll put like the baby down and I'll close the door and he'll be behind me walking in the hallway and he's acting so loud and crazy. And I like turn around and I'm like, shh. And he'll stop breathing. Like, what do I expect him to do? Stop breathing? Like, but he'll be quieter. And I was thinking, like, how great of a skill is that? Like, what if there was like an intruder, you know, and he's all loud and shit? I can tell him to just be quiet and we'll hide. I don't know. Anyway, I hope everyone is doing well. So we're in this not daily moon, we're in this new moon in Leo. We shifted from that kind of heavy daily moon in Cancer. I felt like the energy is really nice. I feel like there's a lot of positive new beginnings happening. We have just entered the Lionsgate portal. If you guys missed my last live, I kind of spoke a little bit about it, and this portal will stay open for the next, now 17 days. And it's a really great time to manifest. So, you know, forget the moon, forget the new moon. Of all the times that it's like a great time to manifest, it is now. I would say right now, because we're in this new moon in Leo. I personally love candle magic. And because it's in a fire sign, you want to use fire in your practice, in your ritual. Maybe set up like a little altar, set up some cards, all that great stuff. But yeah, you know, like, I think it's just positive vibes. New beginnings are happening. I felt like personally, it was a tough month. So I'm excited for Leo season. I love my Leos, so shout out to my Leos. Happy birthday to any Leos out there. But I'm excited for the energy to become, like, the momentum to pick up, if that makes any sense. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Hi, Diana. Hi, Carly. Hello. Lithioma. Puppy says hi back. All right, Miss Libra, I got you. You are number 2 on the list. If you guys want to book, you can. All that information is down below. If you have any questions, I or Paulus will help you out in the chat. Okay, Spirit. So, we have go for it. New moon in Aries. Like I said, we're picking up the momentum here. A lot of us are starting into a new beginning. We've ended old cycles and now we're entering a new one. People say that a lot, like, oh, you ended a cycle, you're starting a new one. And the reason they say that is because we're cyclic beings as a human species. Women know this more often than not because we have a cycle every month with our own hormones. But specifically, I'm just really like picturing the Wheel of Fortune card kind of popping up. So if you even felt like your abundance has been kind of like lacking or schlacken, like you felt sort of stagnated when it comes to your money, definitely expect to see a shift and a change, and see that kind of pick up in a very prosperous way. So we have new moon in Aries. Go for it. What else, Spirit? What else do we have for the collective for this gorgeous new moon? We have Know You Are Loved. Oh my gosh, this came out for my thumbnail picture for this live. I like shuffled it, and I just love this card. Like, and it was so cute that it came out, because I've been getting a lot of tough cards lately, a lot of like, okay, get down to business, here's the bare truth. But sometimes it's just nice to get like a little kiss from Spirit. Know You Are Loved, new moon in Libra. Okay, yes. Love that. What else do we have for this new moon in Leo? And Shine. Guys, new moon in Leo. Oh my god, I got chills. Yes, I love it. Love to see it. So shine, girl. Like, rise and shine. Rise and shine. I told you the energy's so much lighter than Cancer season. I love my Cancers. I'm a Cancer moon, so like, I get you. I feel you. I literally feel you. But it was such a hard month. I don't know if that was just me, or if it's just Cancer, like, season is just always tough, but like, goddamn. And now we've shifted into this beautiful Leo season, new moon in Leo, and look at these positive cards coming out. There's nothing too serious here. It's just really like, go for it, you got this, shine, know you're loved, know you're supported, know Spirit has your back. You know, these are just really positive, encouraging, like, and that's what Leo season to me always is just positive, like, get your confidence, get your glow up. You know, I always feel like during Leo season, I want to, like, you know, get my hair done and like just glow up, like post more pictures than I like normally would. Just, you know, I feel like, you feel me? Or am I out here just being crazy? But I feel like it's just a lighter, better energy, and I think we all could use it, honestly. I think we could all use it. Taylor, I got you. You are number 2. So I got Jamie as number 1, Taylor as number 2. Millie, I got you as number 3. Don't even think about it, Jackson. If you guys want to book, you can. Don't think about it. All the information is down below. I got some spots left. Okay, one more Spirit of this deck, and then I want to pull from the Queen of the Moon Oracle, because I honestly haven't pulled from her in a really long time, but I want to read from the book, because like, I do feel like there's going to be some really good, insightful advice in that. Okay, we have assess the situation. First quarter moon in Virgo. Assess the situation. Sit tight and assess. Did you guys see that movie? Oh my gosh, I was so excited for it to come out, and then it came out and I was like, this is depressing. I was like, this is depressing, because this is so realistic. Like, we would not listen if the world was ending. Okay, sit tight and assess. Assess the situation. First quarter moon in Virgo. Okay, so interesting. I'm going to keep pulling some more Oracle, but this time from the Queen of the Moon Oracle. I'm kind of going to see if one of these oracles will clarify this one. We have some really great positive cards so far. Spirit, for this new moon in Leo, what do you have for us? We have resilience. 21. 21 could be a big number for you guys. I'm born on the 21st. Maybe some of you guys are born on the 21st, or you resonate with that number. Resilience. Yeah, I mean, this really gives me 9 of Wands vibes. Like, you've really had it on your back, and it's like you've really been hustling and putting in the work, and probably not seeing the results. You're like kind of starting to question yourself, or starting to feel a little crazy. Like, what the hell? Like, where is the results of all of my hard work? How come I'm not seeing progress? You know, some of you guys might not see your manifestations into your reality, and it's just kind of like, what's going on here? Like, where is all that? Okay, we have boundaries. All right, so resilience, boundaries, assess the situation. To me, that's kind of trifecta. I'm getting vibes that this might have to do with your love life for some of you. Some of you guys might be putting up boundaries. Like we have 12, 21, 12. 12 backwards is 21. So maybe you've been seeing a lot of like 12, 12s or 21, 21s. A lot of angel numbers lately. You can look that up on Google as well. What does 12, 12 mean, or 21, 12? We have 16 power and 32 trust. Okay. So yeah, I feel like for some of you, this could just represent something in your love life. It could be like a very specific situation, having to put up more boundaries. And for others of you, I feel like this is just a really general energy. Like you've put in the work, you've put in the hustle, and you know what? You're starting to see some people in your life are not matching your energy. They're not matching your hustle, and they got to go. And I think some of you guys are asserting your boundaries. And honestly, it's really hard for our empaths. And I know a lot of empaths are watching right now because we attract, you know, people in the spiritual community, especially in tarot. There's a lot of empaths out there. It's really hard for you guys to like set your boundaries with even just family, like family and loved ones, because family can be draining too. You can't pick your family. You know, you're just kind of born and it happens. And sometimes they can just kind of be on one, and it's really hard to assert those boundaries. It's really hard to power. But I feel like this is really cool because I feel like not even trying, these are clarifying like what's above. So we have go for it, and then we have resilience. Like you guys have had the world on your back, on your shoulders, and you've been climbing this uphill battle, and you're almost there. Here's the thing, you're almost there. This is not a card about like, okay, we get you, it's time to quit, it's time to rest. This is a card of like, go for it. Like you're almost there. The fruits of your labor are definitely going to be shown. We have know that you are loved and boundaries. So for some of you, you have to really assert your boundaries in the physical world, in the 3D, with friends and family or loved ones, maybe even people that you've been in a relationship with or situationship with, and they're just not respecting you. And with know you are loved, it's almost like your spiritual community, your spirit guides are saying, listen, like, we love you. So maybe you have to get rid of some people in the 3D, but just know in the 5D, you're super loved. Like we got your back. You don't have to worry about us abandoning you. We have shine and we have power. So this to me is all about confidence. New moon in Leo is all about confidence. Step into your power, step into your shine. Understand like you've been really putting in that work, and you deserve to like enjoy that glow up. So some of you guys quite literally have been busting in the gym. Some of you have been busting in work. I think just general energy, a lot of you guys have really been putting in the work. And now it's time to enjoy all of the fruits of your labor, quite literally. Or now it's time to really understand and affirm that you are deserving of receiving. You are deserving of feeling good about yourself. Let's say, for example, you've been like going to the gym and like maybe you're not exactly at your goal or where you're at, but you deserve to be in a bikini, and you deserve to have some fun, and you deserve to feel like sexy and confident, and you're worth being sexy and confident. You know, like I would even further extend that energy towards like just, you know, adapting this aura about you. I think I'm being too loud. We have assessed the situation, and we have trust. Okay, so some of you guys are in some sort of transitionary phase, I would say. Some of you are in a transitionary phase in regards to a job or a career, in regards to maybe some manifestations you've been praying for, maybe a relationship. But Spirit is telling you to trust that everything is going to happen. It's going to happen in good timing as well, and divine timing. I think divine timing is really difficult to understand because it's like, it's all about loosening that grip and like letting go of your expectations, and then just allowing yourself to like put it out in the universe and allowing yourself to really trust that it will come back full circle for you. So I love this because I just opened up this card. It says full moon power. Step into your true power. Shine brightly. I kid you not. And we have shine. So this is all about, you know, opening yourself up. Don't hide who you are and what you are. The time is right to attract big things for yourself. Ancestral energy is important. Open your mind to larger possibilities. Big magic can be wrote. So your affirmation is going to be, I have power. It is real. Love that for you guys. All right, so I am gonna get into the readings for tonight. If you guys wanted to book, you can. All that information is down below. Let me check on the list that I have, and I will tell you guys what place you are in line. And then I kind of want to play some like waterfall music. Okay, Tamara, I got you. Kat, I got you. And then I will tell you guys where you are at in line so that you know. Just little left-hander over here. Okay, so the first on the list is Jamie. Second on the list is Taylor. Third on the list is Millie. Fourth on the list is Tamara. Fifth on the list is Kat. And then I have 3 spots left for tonight. So if you guys were interested in a reading, I got 3 spots left. And I will also be going live tomorrow. So if you were unable to get on the list for tonight, I will be going live tomorrow, Friday night. But I know some people might have like some Friday night plans because we're in Leo season. All right, so let's get into it. Okay. And we are gonna start with the lovely Jamie, who got a regular deck pull and channeled messages. Okay. Hello, Jamie. How are you? I hope you are here. I went on live a little earlier than I said I was going to, just because, you know, mom life. I gotta get it while I can. Let me message you. Hold on, real quick, and tell you that you're up. Okay, so your question, you got a regular deck pull, channeled messages, and your question is, okay, so you know I've clarified this 1,000,001 times, and yet here it is again. You know the background mostly, but this past like week and a half, it has been heavy on your heart, and you swear it's like you can feel his energy. You don't know if that's what twins do, but you just can't explain it. Anyways, I stepped up and sent a message, and it's still radio silence. At this point, I'm lost and this close to calling it quits. I turn people down because I know he and I have something that could be amazing. If I need to do something, call me out, Sam. LOL. Usually I just move on, but I don't know. With this one, I can't. I know he doesn't feel good enough. My question is, what is happening? Why this long separation if we have established repeatedly how he feels and how I feel? Is he going to make a move? Anything? Does he even want this? Also channeled oracle and channeled messages. Okay. All right. Really good questions. Let me get the channeled oracle out for you. So, okay, this has just been weighing heavy on your heart. It definitely sounds like a twin sort of connection. You guys are in separation, have been in separation. And then we've established like the mutual feelings that y'all have for each other, but you know, what are they doing about it? Zip. Okay, so what is the, you know, advice from Spirit on this one? To start, we have the 4 of Cups, the 2 of Wands in reverse, guys, for the longest time I could not shuffle like at all, and now I'm like a shuffling queen, but now it's like too much. It's too aggressive. I think I need to like slow down. Okay, 6 of Swords, Page of Swords. What's going on in this connection? What's going on in this connection? I don't know. I love water sounds. I just like, if I could have a fountain, I would. I've even looked into it. I'm like, a mini fountain for my office. There's this one tarot reader that I swear to God is sitting next to a fountain, and I love it. It sounds so good. Or an aquarium, or whatever it is. I looked into that, but aquariums are like a lot of work, like a lot of maintenance. I'm not into it. Okay, we have the Knight of Cups, the Ace of Swords. I just absolutely love this deck. I was using the Everyday Witch Tarot for my regular deck pools, but like I just like love that everyone is tatted or has like dyed cool hair. I don't know, it just seems really modern if you ask me. What's going on in this connection? Okay. All right. So you sent him a message, you got radio silence, and you're just wondering like, what the hell is going on? Do you need to call it quits on this? What is happening? Why the long separation? Okay, so you know, it's really interesting to me because the Four of Cups is all about like rejection, and it's not about rejection in a literal sense. It's like about, you know, it could even be metaphoric, like spirit is handing someone this opportunity and the person is looking the other way. At least in this case, in this reading, it's like you reached out to them and they're like looking the other way, and it's not an intentional rejection. That's why it's not literal, because it's almost has to do with someone being so caught up in their own bullshit, like their own misery, cups energy, their own emotions, to the point where they're just not seeing the full picture. I almost feel like with the Four of Cups and then that Knight of Cups clarifying, it's like he like we could talk all day about how much he like likes you and thinks you're beautiful and all these things, but he almost feels like it's so not possible to be with you that he doesn't see that you're like right in front of him, like hello, hi, like I'm right here, because he's like he's almost put you in like subliminal space. Like he's put you into like a fantasy in a box, like tightly packed and neat in his mind, and doesn't think it's like a reality or a possibility. So when reality and possibilities happen like right in front of him, he doesn't see it, or he doesn't get it. He doesn't get the picture. It's almost like you know those cute little 80s like movies, like the chick flick movies where they're like a rom-com or whatever. I'm trying to think like Pretty in Pink, or like it's almost like you know, the cool guy like says hi to like the nerdy girl or whatever the fucking thing is, and she doesn't understand that he's coming up to talk to her. She's like, what, huh? And she's like looking around like she doesn't get it. That's like the vibe I'm getting, like the energy I'm getting, but from him. It's like you reach out to him, but it's almost like he doesn't even notice that that's your attempt, or that's your way of trying to make a move. Like obviously you're trying to start simple and you're trying to simplify the situation, and you're like, Jamie, I'm doing your reading right now. So maybe rewind like a little bit. So I feel like the energy I'm getting is just with the Knight of Cups, it's like all knights are slow moving. We know this as a fact within the tarot community. All knights, they take their time, blah, blah, blah. But this knight in specific is someone who really does have true feelings and true intentions. And it's like, he thinks someday you guys will get there. And it's like, you're literally texting him today. And he's like, he like doesn't even get it. You know, he's like off in daydream space. Like maybe someday we will get there. And you're like, hello, hi, like respond to my fucking text. So this person to me is just really all over the place with his, I don't even want to say all over the place, but just, it gives me Neptune energy. Like, I know that I think you told me he's a Taurus. I know you're a Taurus, but I forget what his sign is, but there's a lot of water energy here. And the water energy to me is just like, he's so in the clouds about this situation and this connection that he's not really grounded in reality. He's not taking practical steps. And we talked about why. He doesn't feel deserving of it, and there's still those themes coming out in this reading. So we have the Two of Wands in reverse. It's like that opportunity, the world is like at his like hands. This world, this possibility of being together, of being in a relationship and a connection together. And I feel like the difference between like you and him is that you're more practical, and that you're like, okay, can we just get over all that, we can like move on and like do really cool things and like go on adventures and stuff. And he is like more like imaginative, where he's like, someday that would be great. And it's like, you know, there's this kind of, you're hitting this wall with them. Honestly, I do think he'll respond. So I don't know when you sent the message, but with the Ace of Swords, the Knight of Cups, like I do think he'll respond. I think he's just like, you know what's so weird is just like, he's thinking about you, and he recognized the text, he saw it, he acknowledged it, and then he went straight into like fantasy mode. Like I wouldn't even doubt that he just like full on like with the Six of Swords, Nine of Swords, stayed up all night like thinking about you. But why he didn't respond is probably like an ego play type of thing. And I feel like it could have a lot to do with just insecurity. It could have a lot to do with just feeling like he's gonna stall, or he's gonna play divine timing. And by play divine timing, I mean like playing God. Like you don't get to decide, bruh, like when this all happened, but it's almost like he thinks he gets to decide. Anyway, the point is, it's stressing him out. I don't see the purpose of all this, if I'm really being honest. I don't see the purpose of like why he is being like this. We could really zoom out and talk in just absolute spiritual metaphors, and I could tell you that, you know, my theory would be that there is a karmic lesson here for both of you. So he's being super impossible, the situation is super impossible, there's so much potential, there's mutual feelings, yada yada, what is happening? Maybe this whole like thing is to extract a lesson that is and tells you to practice non-attachment. So it's like, it is what it is. That's what non-attachment is. It is what it is. So it's where you kind of like release this person. And it's not saying to quit. Like you don't quit. You still send them love and light in a non-cliche way. But you just practice non-attachment. You're just like, okay, well, they're going through their own struggle. I love them. I appreciate them. And I'm over it. I'm done. Like, and then you do pursue those other options. You do go on dates because you're fine as fuck and you deserve it. You do explore other things because, you know, there is probably this really intense pull with them, and it drives you crazy because you're this really spiritual, empathic person. But here's the thing, like, you deserve more. You know, you deserve for your cup to be full, and this is not going to be the only person that you have a spiritual connection with. So you feel this intense pull to them because right now on your list, on your plate, this is the only person you have a spiritual connection with. But imagine this scenario where you practice non-attachment and you go off and you date and you find someone else and they're a higher vibrational soulmate than this person, and you just kind of forget about this person, and then this person comes towards you. It usually always works like that. You just kind of like decide, all right, whatever, I'm done. And it's not necessarily like just to quit. It's more just like a, all right, you know what, like I surrender. Like I love this person, I'm sending them, I hope that they are doing well. But I gotta live, I gotta move on, you know, I deserve to be taken out, I deserve to be treated well. And you just understand that. Once you master that lesson, you are literally like in the energy, in the Empress energy. You're literally in an energy where you're telling the universe, like, I'm worthy of attracting the best possibilities into my life. And then boom, bam, you do. And it's a self-esteem thing, it's a self-worth thing, it's a boundary thing, there's a lot of different lessons tied into this one. But point in case is this person saw your text and they didn't respond. And one of the things is like, yes, there's feelings here. Yes, with the Ace of Swords and the Page of Swords, this motherfucker does intend on responding, and trust me, they're gonna respond randomly. It's gonna be like in 2 days from now, or a week from now, or like at midnight, and that's what's so ridiculous. I can even pull a timeline card if you want. Like they will respond, but they'll respond in this really casual, like, oh, I didn't ignore you. I didn't just ignore you for like 3 days type of vibe. Like, oh, hey, what's up? Blah, blah, blah. Like, what? Like, and the thing is, you deserve better than that. You know, you do. So the difference between, you know, what it is and what he's doing is is what it is yes, there's a lot of feelings and there's this spiritual attraction that just drives you crazy because you can feel him and he can feel you, and it's really difficult to understand. But what is he doing about it? Nothing. And that's the difference between him and a better and greater man. We have unfinished symphony, you know. The storyline here is not over, but you're gonna have to put a pin in it. You're gonna have to put a bookmark in it, because it's time for you as an individual to explore other storylines, to explore other chapters. Immediately what I got in my head was, you know, Sex and the City and Carrie, and she has like all these books, and then each book has like a chapter, and it's a chapter of the men that she dated, but that doesn't mean that she's not going to end up with Big. She ends up with Big, but there's different men in her book, there's different men in those chapters, and it could be like that with you, you know. It's just, but it's time to like explore, and it's time to like, and by exploring, you're in this energy where you're sending out like kind of a reflection or a mirror to the universe of like what you feel like you deserve. So, you know, we accept the love we think we deserve, and if you're constantly kind of, yeah, we have time to go, constantly kind of like reminiscing about this one, although there is this attraction and there's this love, it just will stagnate you, period. You know what I'm saying? So it's time to go. I think with the Fool, it's time for you to have a new beginning. I also do like strongly think he's going to hit you up casually and respond to your text. So I don't think he's going to ghost you. Like, I don't think you're just going to be ghosted. I do think, yes, there's chemistry, but you know, there is definitely some sort of divine timing at play within your love life, and I think a lot of it is wrapped up in some sort of lessons that you're supposed to learn. And it's not that you haven't like learned these lessons like on a broader scale, but it's that you need to apply these lessons to your life. Like, yes, you can acknowledge them, you can learn from them and blah, 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 but apply them and really put them into action and show the universe like that you're serious. So let's do your channeled oracle. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? I need to not yell though. I wish you would tell me how you feel. I'm not good at communicating my feelings. Bro, you should tell her how you feel. Like, why does the woman always have to be the one that has feelings? Like, why can't men like learn to have like understand their feelings? But whatever. That's another topic for another time. I'm not good at communicating my feelings. No fucking shit. And it's almost like, yeah, nostalgic. It's like he acknowledged the text, and it put him in this nostalgic, daydreamy energy, which is just not in reality. You know what I'm saying? And it's because they're not good at like communicating their feelings. But it's kind of like, it's tired. You know, it's like, okay, well, obviously they have things to learn. I want to go on a date night with you. Okay, well then set it up. I think it's sexy how ambitious you are. You are way more stable than me. I dream things I've never dreamt before. Yeah, and this could be literal or figurative. Like, they could be seeing you in their actual dreams, and they could wake up like, whoa, like, holy shit. Or it could be that they have these dreams, they have these fantasies about you, about family with you, things that they just had never really considered. They're, for whatever and however, they're seeing that you're very career oriented and you're very ambitious and you're a hustler. I already know this as a fact about you, but I don't know if they see this through social media or they see that you're working a lot or you're really busy, but they really respect it. And it wasn't supposed to end up like this. And I appreciate and respect you. Okay, well then show it. Alright, I'm going to pull a timeline card for you, Jamie, because I want to see. I don't know, you can apply this however you want. The timeline card can be applied to like, when are they going to text me back? Or when are we going to reconcile? I don't know. However you intuitively want to apply it. Tomorrow. Told you. I'm like, you can apply it however you want, and then I'm like applying it for you. Yeah, I mean, I definitely think they're gonna text you back for sure, and they're gonna act super casual, like they didn't just like ignore you for 2 days. So men, you know, it is what it is. But understand there's deeper reasons for it, and it's karmic. And a lot of it is karmic. Like, they have their own lessons, you know what I'm saying? Their lessons have a lot to do with confronting and communicating their feelings, which they don't fucking know how to do. That's their own individual journey. Your individual journey is about asserting your boundaries and understanding, listen, I deserve more. End of story, period. And it's not like asserting your boundaries like you cuss them out because they didn't treat you well. It's not one of those situations. It's more of like to the universe. You're like, hello, okay, listen, I need a better man. Like, that kind of thing. So yeah, I just think there's a lot of like lessons wrapped up in this connection, and that's why it's so spiritual, and that's why you guys feel so drawn to each other. But until those lessons are realized and applied and healed, there will be separation and continue to be separation. And then once they are, like I said, you practice non-attachment, you explore other options, and you do this and that. There's a huge chance for reconciliation. There really is. Okay, so let's do your channeled messages from your person. I have a few spots left for tonight. I have 2. I might do 3 more. If you guys wanted to book, you can. All that information is down below. We are on reading number 1 right now. So what would he say to you? 2 of Cups. Are you kidding me? I mean, yeah, obviously. The love is there. And this is the thing. This is what's so cool and juicy about channeled messages. It's like ego really gets in the way of people communicating like the truth, like their truth. And then channeled messages with tarot is so cool to me because it really just sheds away that ego, and it's like, okay, let's talk for real. Almost like we got super drunk and we just like confessed everything. Like, let's talk really like real. So this is more from the heart space, and that's why I really love channeled messages. Okay, spirits. Yeah, I dream of things I've never dreamt before. 10 of Pentacles popping out. Queen of Cups. I mean, hello, hi. Like, obviously, you're amazing and perfect. Like, there's nothing wrong with you. Okay, so what would they say to you? And they're battling with some inner demons. 8 of Wands. 6 of Cups. Feeling nostalgic. Are you kidding me? Justice. Wanting to reciprocate. Wanting to really show up in a better light. The Emperor, wanting to take charge, wanting to take action, wanting to really be the man in this relationship, not having you hit him up and like you make the plans, like him really wanting to step up to the plate. What would he say to you? What would he say to you? Page of Pentacles. The Devil. Coming out in a reversal though. What would he say to you? 10 of Swords coming out in reversal. Wow. So much like love, so much passion. Okay. 10 of Cups. You know, I've always felt like you were special, and I've always felt like our connection was special, and it's just undeniable at this point. Obviously, we both know it to be true. And I think we've always connected. We've always really been compatible and had a lot of chemistry. And I just feel different when I'm around you. I just feel lighter in a sense. I feel optimistic. I feel like I want to be a family man and I want to have a marriage, and you would be my ideal. You'd be my ideal person in any scenario. Like, me not moving towards you is not a reflection of like me not wanting you. It's more of like I'm going through a lot of stuff internally, and I just don't think it's the right timing. And I also don't want to ask you to wait, so I just don't say anything. But you are perfect to me. You would be a perfect mother, a perfect wife, a perfect partner. I could not dream up a better, more gorgeous person. And I reminisce about like the times that we have spent together, and I think about them a lot, and I think about you, and like I just like replay these memories in my head like flashbacks. And I I idolize and I imagine, okay, like maybe someday I'll step up and I'll have like a lot of money, or I'll have a lot to give Jamie, I'll have a lot to offer, I'll really like reciprocate, and we'll have this new beginning, and all the heavy just kind of bullshit stuff will be in the past. Will be things that we survived, that we pushed through, moved past, and there will just be this really beautiful, passionate like love between us, and a marriage and a celebration, and it will just feel like we really made it, and all feel so happy to be standing next to someone I find so attractive, and it will just feel like our connection truly transformed, and I really met my match. To this day, you just inspire me with your light and how you have gone through so much, and you still continue to be the sweetest person ever. I agree with that. And I think you deserve the world, and I don't think I can give it to you. And like I said, because I don't think I can give it to you, I don't tell you like wait until I can. I just let you just be, and I thought maybe by now you would move on. And it's not like I even want you to move on. I don't want to be like, go move on, go find someone else. Like, I don't, of course I don't want to say that, but in my heart of hearts, like, I feel heavy with this burden that I just cannot be the person that you deserve. And then on top of that, I don't know how to communicate that to you. I don't even know how to really put into words how I'm feeling. And if I did put into words, do I sound fucking crazy? I don't know, because this is some deep shit, and this is deeper than I've ever gone with somebody, and so I just sit with it. I just sit with my thoughts, and I sit with my feelings, and I just think and think and think myself into a tizzy, and I try to use it as motivation. I try to be a better man. I try to like work harder and hustle more and make more money, and you know, I'm trying to be happy on my own individually, and I'm hoping there will be a shift. I'm trying to be patient. And I know that there's some sort of spiritual connection here. I can feel it. I can feel you. But I just, again, I do not even know where to begin as far as like communicating it to you. And sometimes I feel like I don't even have to. I feel like we just know each other. We just can read each other without even saying anything. But if you were to know anything, at all, just know that I'm working. Like, I'm working towards this. If you're still there, if you're still available, then literally my dreams will come true. But if you're not, I would not hold it against you. I would understand, because why the fuck would anyone wait as long as it's taken for me to get towards you? You know, especially when you are looking the way that you do. You know, I'm surprised you haven't been swooped up by now, but you haven't been married by now. Like, I wouldn't doubt it. I want to fight for this connection. I'm motivated. I want to continue to see where it goes, and I'll always be attracted to you. I'll always have passion for you. But I'm sitting on some demons right now, and I'm trying to deal with them. And I'm hoping for success, and I'm working really hard towards it. But I just don't even know what to say in the meantime. So I don't mean to make you feel like rejected or make you feel unnoticed. I don't do anything right now because I have nothing to give you, and I don't want to see you end up getting hurt by me and my mediocrity. You should have a lot of options. I mean, look at you. And I know that you could make them happen, but I'm really just hoping for the best for you and for me. All right, Jamie. That was your channeled messages from your person. Oh, I love you so much. I don't even know what I just said. I blacked out. I'm gonna have to rewatch it, but I just know there was a lot of information in that. I love you. I appreciate you. I really hope that resonated. Thank you for being here. All right, we'll continue to talk about healthy desserts on Instagram. I'm like talking to Jamie about like healthy. There's so many like, ugh, I want to eat dessert. I'm so tired of dieting. All right, I love you. I'm gonna move on to the next person, which is Taylor. Hello, Taylor. How are you? So you got a 4-card spread, and you want to know: have you already met your future spouse? If so, can we get a couple clues as to who they are? Yes, girl. All right. Have you already met your future spouse? That's a good question. Spirit, I got 4 cards. Make them worth my while, please. 4 cards. We have the 2 swords. Has Taylor already met her future spouse? Strength. Whoa. We have the Knight of Wands in reverse. And the King of Wands in reverse. Oh, interesting. Okay. I feel like I know why you're asking this question. There's definitely a man, definitely could have fire in their chart or be a fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. And it was a significant connection. There's a lot of passion, a lot of chemistry, a lot of love, honestly. This person's really protective over you. Probably wondering if this person is who your future spouse is supposed to be. But the answer is no. You have not met them yet. You have met men, 2 in particular, that have qualities of what your future spouse will be. And they have elements to them. They're like a mosh posh, but they're not it. And the reason for that being is because they're not, well, at least one of them is not showing up in the upright as a king. He's not really deserving of a queen if he can't even show up as a king. You know what I'm saying? So Spirit is almost saying like, you have gotten an idea, you've gotten a flavor, a taste of like what you want in a person, which I think is what dating really is all about. Like, you know, you meet all these different personalities and it's like, what works for me and like what am I looking for in like a mate? And like you've seen different elements, but they're not all it, you know what I'm saying? And you're deserving of all of it. So every single thing on your checklist, you deserve for that to be checked off. So Spirit is saying hold off on that. You have not met your future spouse just yet. They will have similar qualities to maybe this man or 2 different men that have been in your life. They could be a fire sign. The similar qualities though in a more like a less shadow side. Like I feel like maybe these men had some issues, or you know, they had shadow attributes, shadow qualities that you might have affected the connection, might have affected you, that you're not really deserving of like having to clean up. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to like raise someone and teach them how to treat you. Like you should already like meet someone who knows how to treat you. So I feel like your future spouse will be like a fire sign. Will be though like a king in the upright, will be someone who's very passionate, who's very confident, very physical, very like action oriented, someone who's like in the gym a lot, someone who has a lot of energy in the bedroom too, is a good lover, can last a long time, sweat, like all that. I'm seeing all of it. And someone who also is really romantic, like they're kind of like dorky with their romanticism too. I'm really seeing like they're gonna be out here like bringing you teddy bears and flowers and just being really cute, you know what I'm saying? And like you're really deserving of that. This person means what they say and says what they mean. They're not gonna just be like a fuck boy and like tell you sweet nothings. This is someone who like when they say they're gonna show up at a certain time, they're gonna show up at that time, if not 10 minutes early. And I think that they're going to be very confident in who they are, and because they're confident in who they are, they're not going to maybe have some of the shadowy attributes that maybe past men in your life have had, where they were like really jealous or possessive or immature, and maybe had anger issues. I'm seeing like they're gonna be way more stable is kind of the energy I'm getting. We have trust. Yeah. And flirt. Yeah, they're gonna be really flirtatious as well. But Spirit's saying trust. Like, you know, you might be like anxious to like meet your future spouse or your person. Like, where are they at? Hello, hi, I'm available. But just trust that they are coming, and all in divine timing. We have thinker. So yeah, I feel like no, you haven't met them yet. You've met people that have similar flavors to them though, which may have gotten you thinking like, oh, have I met them already? But no, like shoot for the stars, and you'll probably get the sun, especially with this person coming in, because I do think that they have a lot of like sun energy. All right, so I hope that resonated, Taylor. Thank you so much for joining the live. Once again, I appreciate you. I'm going to move on to the next person, which is Millie. Oh my god, you're so welcome. I love that butterfly emoji. It's really pretty. Okay, so Millie, if you guys want to book a reading, you can. All that information is down below. Okay, so Millie, you got an 18 plus deck pool. And some added oracle. It can be channeled oracle or just any added oracle. It's up to you. All right, so let me know what your question is, love. I hope everyone is having a good new moon in Leo. There's a lot of energy, too much energy though. I honestly, it might be hard for some to sleep tonight because there's so much like energy. I'm like, I'm gonna have to find a synonym for energy for as often as I say it. Energy, energy, energy. It's all about energy. Right, Raka? No. Yeah. Raka's a Leo. My dog's a Leo. He's about to turn 2. So that'll be interesting. 2 years old. Yes, you're gonna turn 2. You're a Leo. That's why crazy. All right, Millie, if you are here, let me know, love. If not, I'm going to move on to the next person, but I'll always come back to you. And then let me know what your question is. And if you guys wanted to book, you can. All that information is down below. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know in the chat, and I will probably respond verbally. Paulus, if he's here, will maybe answer your questions as well in the in the chat. Okay, so I'm gonna move on to the next person. Millie, let me know when you're on. I will come back to you and put a little star next to your name. Okay, so I'm gonna move on to Tamara in the time being. Tamara, hello, hi, how are you, love? So you got an 18 plus extended. And channeled messages. So, hi Tamara, how are you? Oh, okay, sorry Tamara. I'm gonna do Millie because she's before you, and I'll do yours right after. The real Candela. Your question is, the last time you told me your ex is obsessed doesn't stop thinking about you. You're trying to get over him, but neither of us have moved on. Just want to know what it's looking like. Okay. And then tomorrow you are next. So 18 plus added oracle. So the last time we talked about how your ex is obsessed, doesn't stop thinking about you, and you're trying to get over him, but neither of us have moved on. You just want to know what it's looking like. Whoa, so much energy. Okay, we have the Three of Swords in reverse. We have Judgment. We have the Two of Swords in reverse. The World. Clarify the Three of Swords in reverse for me. The Knave of Pentacles. Clarifying Judgment, we have the Chariot. Clarifying the Two of Swords in reverse. Whoa, so much energy, Spirit. Angels and guides, can we just get one at a time, please? Clarifying the World. So yeah, there's a lot of major arcana here. This is obviously a very significant connection. Significant in that you guys both really feel it. So we have the Three of Swords. There was definitely a heartbreak. There was definitely a heartbreak. I mean, I'm just getting that this really hurt. Like when you guys ended things, it really, really hurt. And you're right. I mean, you're like, none of us, it's clear neither of us have moved on. Like, you're right. We have, hold on. Let's see if the camera is all. I feel like with the Knave of Pentacles, like both of you, I think even specifically this person still really believes there's a shot. They really believe there's a chance. And they're kind of optimistic about like a future with you. Judgment to me is like, it's life after death. You know what I'm saying? So Judgment is all about like the resurrection, the reincarnation of something. In the traditional tarot, it's like a bunch of bodies out of coffins, like looking up to like the sky, to the gesture of music. But to me, in this reading, it's like this person really does want to move on from the thicker energy. Like things have been pretty fucked up maybe between you guys, in that there was a lot of heartbreak and there was a lot of like just hard feelings. Like it was just like a hard situation, I'm seeing to like get over, and it's been hard to get over you. They're not over you. And it's almost like they're like, I don't want to get over you, you know, it's too hard, I don't want to get over you, I choose not to. I want to get under you. That's like kind of the energy. But we have the Knave of Pentacles, and to me that's all just about like forging new paths, forging new opportunities. It's very knave, you know, like knave energy, which is very like modest. Like, I wouldn't say that this person has a plan. I wouldn't say that they're gonna come like knock on your door in like shining armor and like give you a rose, but they have thought about it. They've thought about how they don't want to they don't want to end things. In fact, they want to like rise from the ashes, quite literally. They want to reincarnate. Like, they know that there was an ending of some sort, but they don't want it to be ended. And we have the Chariot. Like, if you gave them the green light, they would just get up and go. They'd get in their car and come towards you. So I don't know if there's distance between you. I'm not really sensing distance, but like, even if there was, it's like they'd get on a plane, they would get in the car, like they would come see you right away. They're very decided on you. They're not in an energy where they're neither here nor there. They're not in an energy where they're undecided. They know that it's you every time. Queen of Cups, they know. And here's the thing about the Queen of Cups. There's some very fantastic queens out there. The Queen of Cups is definitely people's weak spot, for sure. Like, especially I feel like masculines, it's their weak spot because they really crave that maternal, motherly figure in their family unit as a part of their plan or their successor. Like, they really feel like they, like, the Queen of Cups kind of gets men to their knees because it's like she could be the mom, she could be the wife, she could be like the perfect partner. She really has that genuinity to her. There is distance, you're out of the country. Yeah, I kind of, okay, well that makes sense because we have the World. But even there, it's like, even then, this person's kind of a wild card. They would totally, like, and here's the thing, you really control them. You really control them. Like, you have them on their knees. Like, and it's up to you. You cast the spell, you get to tell them where to be, where they can go, how to please you. Because here's the thing, like, he is on his knees. He is below her in every single picture here. He is thinking about her. He's literally at her feet with the World. To me, with that Chariot, it's like, yeah, he would definitely fly some distance to see you even if you're out of the country. Like, he would just make it a vacation, whatever. I don't think he can afford to, though, with the Five of Pentacles clarifying, to be honest. I don't think he can. And he kind of senses you don't really want him to. But there's just this energy of like, okay, well, I'm here. Here's my offer. Take it or leave it. I want to be there for you. But he's really seeing you as like the perfect partner, the ideal. He's very attracted to you. He misses being with you sexually. You guys could have had a past life relationship together, and that's why things are so intense in this life. There's definitely a heavy hitting attraction here. And I feel like at one point this person was really dominant and maybe embodied more of a divine masculine energy, and they kind of called the shots, but now there's like a power exchange. And I'm not saying that you're in divine masculine energy, but it's like you're definitely calling the shots. And even in the bedroom now, like if they were really dominant in the past, they want you to like tell them what you want, because they just really want to please you at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like they know that they're on thin ice with you, and you kind of like control what direction this goes in. But the thing is, you have Yang energy, which is very masculine. The thing is, I feel like if he hasn't solidified something with you, it's because of financials. Like, and he doesn't want to admit it. Like, he just doesn't want to downright say, like, I'm struggling. Like, I can't afford to give you what you want, or I can't afford to take you out, or I can't afford to travel towards you, or, like, it's almost like he's in a very transitionary phase right now. Let's do some channeled oracle and let's see like what he was saying. I know you are seeing my messages. We have don't wait for me. I want to get you drunk. Yeah, with that name of Pentacles, usually I get cups energy for like drinking and stuff, but specifically just the this one, like the imagery. Sorry, Rebecca. I feel like they really want to get you drunk. Like it's like they don't have much to offer you, but they would love to still like be in your presence. They'd still love to like lower your inhibitions and like confess their love to you, get really drunk and like fuck all night. Is kind of the energy. Yeah, we have nostalgic. So they're like reminiscing on the good times you've had together. You don't love me like I love you. I stalk your socials and admire you. Yeah, so they're definitely on your social media. I dream of you. This could be literal or figurative. I love when you're crazy. So yeah, they like when you go off on them. Actually kind of like cracks them up. Like they're into it. they love that you're crazy. You're everything to them. And they stalk you a lot. Like you might see them watching your story, or if you don't, they're definitely being sneaky about it. Like they don't want you to see their name pop up, but they're definitely looking. They're definitely watching. And maybe even doing like a little tad bit more, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, this person, they really, they're kind of a contradiction because they're so passionate and so wild, like they want you so bad, but their practical mind is like, oh shit, like I can't, I can't have you, you know, don't wait for me, fuck it, whatever. So they're just like a walking contradiction, really. All right, so I really hope that resonated, Millie. Thank you so much for joining the live. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to move on to the next person. I dropped an oracle card and Jackson ate it. So that's my life. It's literally in pieces. I wonder what it said. It's like one of these. But like, what was the message? And why did he eat it? What did it say, Jackson? No one will know. No one can know. You're so welcome. I'm gonna move on to the next person, which is Tamara. You got an 18 plus extended and channeled messages, my love. How are you? Let me know what your question is. After Tamara is Kat. After Kat is Sarah. You're just like a big, like, crazy hunk of love, huh? You're a horse dog. Okay, so what does your boo want to say unfiltered? What do you need to know right now? We have the Tower in reverse. We have Justice. We have the Devil. We have the Empress. We have the Four of Cups in reverse. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. What do they want to say unfiltered? Swords and the Knave of Wands. What do they want to say unfiltered? They really want to say up front that they're having a lot of, like, I don't know if this person's like going through a spiritual awakening right now, but I know that sounds cliche, but it's like they're really going through a lot, like intense spiritual feelings and realizations that they didn't necessarily have before. Like they never thought twice about certain things, and now they're really like thinking on a deeper level. And it's almost like they're being influenced, and that's kind of why I feel like they're going through a spiritual awakening. And really in regards to this connection, really in regards to themselves individually, and like why they self-sabotage connections like this one. And I just feel like they're really trying to be a better man, like a better person. So like what they would tell you unfiltered is like, I'm trying, like I'm out here really struggling internally. I'm having a lot of like realizations about my past patterns, my past patterns of behavior. I'm having a lot of like epiphanies about what it's almost like they're having visions, and they don't really understand they're having visions, if that makes sense. Like they're seeing certain things that could play out in the future, and like if they did something wrong or didn't do it accordingly. And it's especially if he's not a spiritual person, that's like a lot. That's like all of a sudden like he's getting like downloads about different possibilities of the future. And then also in regards to the connection, like what could happen if he played it this way, and what could happen if he played it that way. And like this is just not a realm of thinking that he's had before. Another thing he would say unfiltered is like, I really want to be equals, but like you run the show. Like I want to be equals, but I'm not your equal. I want to be equals, but I'm not there yet. Like I'm not your match, at least not financially. Like they're feeling really financially insecure, and it's not even necessarily literal. Like it's not like literal finances, although like it could be, but it's more just like they've observed you. They see how you just claim power in abundance, and they just cannot, like they just don't understand it, and they don't know how to do it themselves. Like maybe you even try to teach them. Like, okay, you know, I try to teach Paulus, like, this is loosen your grip on things, put it out in the universe, and those opportunities will come towards you. And maybe it's just like you're trying to teach them, but it's difficult, like, for them to understand. And so they just kind of feel like, honestly, like a failure. Like they don't feel like they're your equal or your match, and they don't want to say that to you directly because they don't like they don't want to humble themselves. They don't want to bring themselves down to that level, or they don't want to show you that they're feeling insecure, because they really want you to respect them with the King of Swords energy. They really want you to look up to them as a leader, as a man. Like they don't want to come to you and be like, hey, listen, like I'm feeling really insecure, blah, 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 blah. Like they don't want to talk like that. You know what I'm saying? So they're kind of like just really dealing with it in their head, and like, and it's not that they don't like love you and trust you as like their best friend and their lover, and like they want to tell you all these things. It's just that they don't want to have your impression change of them, or your how you view them, your perception of them change. Like they really don't want that. They want you to always look at them as a strong person and look at them in a high light, and if you think you guys are equals, they want you to stay thinking that way, you know. But unfiltered, what would they say to you? All this stuff. I don't know if they're struggling with addiction, like alcohol, or something else, but they would, or gambling. I don't know, something where they're definitely struggling with some sort of codependency, and they don't know how to express that to you either, because again, your perception would change. They are keeping kind of a close lip on a lot of these internal demons that they're dealing with, because listen, they've always viewed you as the Empress. They're seeing you as the Empress. You're such a high light to them. You're on a pedestal, if even. And they just know, like, their epiphanies have a lot to do with the truth, and the truth is that they know that they're not on your level. And it pains them because, well, one, it hurts their ego, but then two, it hurts their heart, because they want to like love you the way that you deserve, and they want to like give to you the way that you deserve, but
they'd have to first really like understand and seep through these emotions one by one and heal them and learn from them to really step up into the energy where they could be your equal. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've done the work, and that's because you're a spiritual person, so you're kind of ahead of the game. This person's just now really going through the spiritual awakening, so there's a lot of healing that they're confronting now, that they're like, oh shit, like like, whoa, I have a lot that is wrong with me that I have to deal with. And instead of going about that in a positive way, like some of us do in the tarot community, because for us, like, this is a positive thing. Like, we love spiritual awakenings and we love healing and like glow ups, and we're all about that stuff. For him, this is a more painful journey because it's like, it's different, I think, for masculines. Again, a topic for a different conversation, the difference between masculine and feminines, but it's different. It's not looked upon as like a really nice journey. It's looked upon as like oh shit, like, I have to confront the man in the mirror. Like, I have issues and I need to, like, you know, grow the fuck up. That's not an easy lesson. What remains the same is their love for you. What remains the same is their passion for you, with the 8 of Wands, their attraction to you, their feelings of wanting to protect you, their feelings of, you know, you guys definitely have twin energy for sure. And the thing is, I feel like they definitely don't want to lose you. I guess they're nervous that if they say all these things to you, like how they're really feeling, their inner truth, their inner demons that they're dealing with, that they're going to lose you somehow, that you're going to be like, you know what, I don't want to deal with this. Like, this is too much for me. Maybe they see you have a lot on your plate, but they really don't want to lose you. We see this King of Wands, he's very protective, he's very loving, he's very warm. And he's holding her, he's hugging her, he's like doesn't want to let her go. And with the Lovers right next to it, it's like, you're his best friend. Like, he does not want to lose you. It's like, on one hand, like, he just really wants to tell you what's going on because you're his best friend. And then on the other hand, it's like, he doesn't want to tell you because he doesn't want to lose his best friend. You know what I'm saying? Ugh. I feel the anxiety, like, that he's feeling. But there's so much love here. You know, they really love you so much. And they're so grateful for you. But they want to express that. They just feel like they're just not measuring up. And after all this time, they just feel like they should have been by now. So they want like a renewal in the connection somehow. Like, they want to bring back like a new sense of direction in the love connection you share. So it's like, all of a sudden it feels like you guys are dating again, or things are new again. Like, they want to co-create. They want to make this work. Like, you guys are so different and you're on different levels, but they want to make it work. They want to build that solid foundation with you. And it's like, maybe on the grand scheme of things, like, that foundation should have been built by now. But they're like, they kind of want to say to you, like, I wish I could just like start over within this connection, and like, we stay together and everything's fine, like, we don't break up or anything, but like, I want to just like start over within the connection. I want to show you like a different version of myself. I want to step up to the plate. Like, I get it now. Like, I understand now. Like, I'm lacking and I really need to get there. Okay, so now I'm like really prepared to do your channeled messages. So let's do your channeled messages from your person. What would they see you? What would your person say to you? We have the Knave of Cups, 6 of Pentacles, the 9 of Cups, the 9 of Swords, the Queen of Wands, the 2 of Swords. Millie, I got you.
All right, you guys, I have one spot left for tonight's live. One spot left if you guys were interested in booking. All the information's down below. Yeah, Tamara, I can put you on the list. I can just like answer it right after this one if you want, so that it's all just in the same like energy. It's all together. You don't have to look for it. We have the Five of Wands and the Chariot. What would they say to you? I know you've been waiting for me to be better. I know you've been waiting for me to give more to this connection, and I've really been trying to. I like adore you. You're someone that I trust with everything. And I'm just been in a really painful spot because I feel like I'm letting you down. Like I feel like I'm disappointing you. And on top of that, like I'm like disappointing someone who's my dream woman. Like you're my dream woman. Like you're so gorgeous and beautiful, and I just like completely admire you and like am absolutely in love with you. And I really feel like you're gonna like move on or find better, or maybe you're in between like deciding to like kick me to the curb. I don't know. Maybe you're gonna find someone else. I wouldn't doubt it, and I'm so afraid of that. I'm so fucking afraid of that. I want to make this work. I really want to get better. I really want to make you proud. I really want you to feel my love. I want you to feel good about yourself. And I really don't want there to like have to be a breakup or like an ending in order for us to like to get there, to get that lesson. You are just absolute magic to me. You're everything to me. I can't even express it in words. Like it's like it doesn't even sound real how much you mean to me. And I almost sound like I'm begging by expressing to you how much you mean to me. But maybe I am begging. Maybe I want to keep your attention because I know that I'm disappointing you in some way. I know you've been really patient. I know you've been waiting for me to get my shit together, and my head I've just been entrapped in my bullshit. But just understand like that what I do to myself is not a reflection of like disrespect towards you. I love you, I respect you, I want you to be like the mother of my children someday, my wife. Like I want to have a new beginning. Like I want to be better. I don't want to be like this. I want to be better. I want to be stronger. I want to be confident. I want to stick to my word and mean what I say. I want to be your partner. And I know you've heard this all before. I know it means nothing unless I really put in that work, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to just tell you words. But it's so hard to quit. You know, it's so hard to quit. And like I'm in it, like I'm deep in it, and I'm trying to get help. I'm trying to do better. And I know you feel like you've been involved in this situation, not it's just taking a toll on you, and I really don't want it to. But I'm just asking for you to just give me a little bit more time. I know you have given me so much time already, and I know you've given me so much energy and so much patience, but I'm asking for more. Because I really, really want to get better, and I don't think I can do it alone. All right. So that was your channeled messages from your person.
So we'll continue. So you asked, hold on, the chat is being weird. No, I can't scroll up for some reason. No, I didn't mean to delete that. I'm sorry, Jamie, I didn't mean to delete that. Hold on, let me refresh the page. Sorry, Jamie. Wait, I can't scroll up in the chat. Why? That's so weird. Alright, Tamara, let me know what that question was again. For some reason, I can't. Go up in the chat. Why? Oh my god. Are you guys talking about Blockbuster? Because it was lit, like especially on a Friday night, and then you'd see other people like with their parents from your school or some shit, and then they had all those snacks, like they had this weird cotton candy in the bag or whatever. I fucking love that shit. Tamara, let me know what your question is again. For some reason, is it just me? I can't scroll up in the chat. Hold on, let me refresh again. Okay. I'm not too young to know about Blockbuster. Okay, so ask another question. What if I told him I already understand what he thinks about his drinking? Maybe not tonight. But what would he say if I told him I already know what he thinks about his drinking? What would he say if I told him I already know what he thinks about his drinking? You have the Knight of Wands. Two Wands and Emperors. The World. Temperance. What would he say if you told him you already know what he thinks about his drinking? Three of Cups in reverse. I feel like he'd get really red in the face if he could get red. I mean, I just really see this like facial expression here and like that energy. Just kind of like disdain almost. So what would he say if you told him you already know what he thinks about his drinking? Honestly, he would say that like you don't really, you couldn't really possibly understand. Like he appreciates that you've been patient with him, and he appreciates that you've been trying to like, that you've been his partner through this all. But that you just don't truly understand like what he's going through, and that is harder than to deal with than it may seem or than it looks like on the surface, and that he's really going through it. Like he doesn't feel very hopeful, like he doesn't feel optimistic. In fact, it's kind of like he really is depressed and anxious, and is trying to find his way out of that. And I feel like he would kind of play this card of like, you know, I'm you know, I'm struggling. Like, I'm really struggling. I think they continue to do what they're doing because of low self-esteem as well. With that Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Clarify the Tower too. It's like, it's what started off as like a good time, doing things for fun, became this full circle like dependency. And you've been with him through the thick of it, with the Lovers, with Temperance. You've had so much patience. But he would almost be like, you don't truly understand. Like, you don't truly get it. How could you truly get it? So I'm just really getting the energy of like, his response to you would almost be like, kind of disdainful. Because he's like acting like you don't understand him. What's so interesting is that's like all I'm getting. And I don't think it's enough, but it's like, it's almost like he's putting up a wall. Like, nope, you don't get it. Like, you don't understand, and that's your problem. Like, I appreciate you, I respect you. You're just an observer. You're not someone who's really been there and done that and been through it like me. You're not in my head. You don't exactly know what I'm going through. We have time for a nap, which to me is all about like quitting. It's all about just like, okay, I don't want to deal with this. Like, I don't want to talk about it anymore. And that's really the energy I'm getting in the cards. Like, they really want to try to be better. Like, there's really good intentions here, but their execution is so poor. And to which they would reply, like, they can't do better because it's just like almost outside of them at this point. Which, if it's like a true addiction, it is. And it's so like ironic that she's holding a glass in the World card. That's not what the world looks like. And then we have the Three of Cups. That this is like become so full circle at this point. Are you tearing your alligator apart? Well, that's what I'm getting for you in regards to that question. Thank you so much, Tamara. I love you. I appreciate you. I really hope that resonated. I'm going to move on to the next person, which is Kat. I love you, Tamara. Okay, Kat, you are next. Sarah, you are after Kat. And then Millie, you are after Sarah. So Kat, you got a regular deck pool, and you ended up cutting off Ethan because you're having some health issues and you need to start treatment down there, so you can't be intimate. When you told him, he seemed very indifferent and over it. You have, however, cut him off several times before because you were not sure if you were okay with just being friends with benefits. So maybe that's why he reacted that way. It was like he didn't really believe me. Anyways, I'm a bit sad due to his reaction, also because it's over between us. So your question is, why did he come into my life? And will we ever reconnect again, or is it over for good between us? Okay. So why did he come into your life, and is it over for good, or will you guys reconnect? All right. Hello, Kat. I love you. How are you? So, love you, Tamara. Have a good rest of your night. Why did it come into your life? Will you ever reconnect again, or is it over for good between us? We have the Seven of Wands, the Emperor, the Eight of Cups, yeah, he definitely doesn't believe you. I mean, like, right off the bat, what I'm seeing is, like, he doesn't actually think things are over between you guys. He's just kind of like, okay, there she goes again. With the Seven of Wands, it's kind of like a continuous thing. Like, Seven of Wands is all about, like, fighting for something. It's not that I think he's gonna be, like, fighting for you, but it's just that he's like, okay, well, whatever. And, like, doesn't really believe that you've truly walked away. I mean, he knows that you walked away for now with the Eight of Cups. But, like, he's like, she'll be back with the Emperor. That's so funny. Five of Cups. I mean, it did kind of hurt their feelings. I know that they probably reacted really cold, and that's the Emperor for you. Like, tries to be stoic, I think, but that doesn't mean that they don't have emotions. They're just, like, not gonna show them. Yeah, we have the Knight of Cups clarifying the Emperor. Yeah, it definitely hurt them, for sure. Hurt is a strong word, but it did hurt them. I mean, it stressed them out. Look, we have the Knight of Swords, too. Like, you had them thinking a lot. Like, maybe they did something wrong. I mean, like, okay, so when you told them and that news broke, like, they spent all night thinking about it. Like, they stayed up, they lost sleep over it, like, that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it did affect them, for sure. They acted like it didn't with the Emperor stance, really stoic and, like, you know, put on a brave face, whatever. But then they kind of tried to convince themselves out of this little emotional stir-up that you'll be back with the Page of Pentacles. Clarifying the Four of Wands, which is all about celebration, destiny coming together. Page of Pentacles is like forging new paths. Wow, you really destroyed that alligator, Jackson. Okay. Alright. Yeah, so it's like to help them with their emotions and their mind, even their thoughts, they were like convincing themselves that you'll be back, and they're hoping you will. I don't know if there's much they're gonna do about it, like if you won't be back. I don't know if they're gonna come for you and like fight for you, but they're definitely like sad about it. And it's interesting that they acted like they didn't care, because like really, like, what is the problem, Ethan? Like, just show a little emotion. Like, who cares if you care? Like, just show you care. I don't understand, like, these men. Like, why do you have to act like you don't care? Like, that's not attractive. Isn't it more attractive, like, as a girl to, like, see a guy cares? Like, I think it is. Whatever. Side rant. But anyway, I think that they're wishing you well. Like, they're hoping that everything's fine, everything's good, like, good with you. They're hoping that, like, you have peace. They're trying to be at peace themselves. They're trying to breathe through the situation. They're trying to, like, breathe and, like, feel better about the whole thing. So, okay, why did they come into your life? For fun. For fun. I mean, maybe the connection to a degree gave you sexual confidence, which is important, I think. And he, at least in that time being, made you feel good about yourself, and that's really important energy, to feel good about yourself. And will you guys reconnect again, or is it over for good? I think, so here's the thing. I think you guys could reconnect again. I don't usually say that, especially because I feel like they used the Page of Pentacles for their own mind. Like, they could convince themselves that you would come back so they could feel better, so they didn't have to wallow in their thoughts and feelings. But we have the Four of Wands showing up. The Four of Wands is, to me, always like that unfinished symphony. It's always like a pin in a destiny. It's always like there could be more. like more could come in, more things could come back around. So like like you definitely could like they think you'll come back, and like you definitely could come back. Like you guys could reconcile for sure. I don't think things are necessarily over, and if they are, it's not really a big deal. I feel like he served his purpose, and his purpose was to make you feel good about yourself in the time being or in the moment. And if he didn't, then he's totally not worth your time or energy. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like just Spirit's advice to you is to be at peace and to really just breathe with the situation. With the Eight of Cups, it's not just about walking away. The Eight of Cups is walking away from something and then walking towards something else. So you never know. You could manifest something completely different, like tomorrow. Or whenever you're ready. You know what I'm saying? Like something better could come about. A better Ethan. But Ethan 2.0. And in that case, then there's a lot of like really great things that would happen for you. But I do think that Ethan has hidden feelings for you, but they're just very unexplored. They're like very immature with the Knight energy. It's better than a Page energy, but it's like, you know, they haven't really tapped into those feelings necessarily. I think this triggered them. Like they didn't realize that they were affected by it until you were like, okay, I'm out. And then they're like, oh shit, this did bother me. But you know, again, what are they going to do about it? Not much, like nothing really. So yeah, I think everything happened how it should and how it's supposed to. And if you guys are meant to reconcile, you will. And there's definitely a possibility. It's not like there isn't a possibility. It's not like there's an absolute no way that you'll come back together. In your case, there is a definite chance. So that's what I am seeing for you. I really hope that resonated, Kat. Thank you so much for joining the live. Well then, yeah, get emotional because it'll help you release it, especially if you're an empathic being. Sex is like, whether it's a friends with benefits or not, it's a sexual energy exchange. And when you're an empath, like most of the people in this community, it affects you on a different level. Like, we can try to be stoic and withdrawn, like all the stuff we want, but like, you know, you feel it. And in that case, just like release it and like wish him well, and then practice non-attachment, and some really great things could still come into fruition for you. All right, I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to move on to the next person, which is Sarah. Hi, Sarah. How are you? All right, so you got in a regular deck pool. So your question is, who will I be romantically involved with next? What are they like? All right, so you are a Pisces. Who will you be romantically involved with next, and what are they like? We have the Two of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, the Ace of Cups, Four of Wands. Be romantically involved with next. What are they like? Maybe the King of Wands. The Eight of Wands. The Ace of Swords, and the Six of Pentacles. Okay. Who will you be romantically involved with next, and what are they like? I mean, they could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is someone who's very
like, I think they're kind of a player, I'm not gonna lie. And it's interesting because the question is like, who will you be romantically involved with next, not who you'll be in a relationship with. So I don't necessarily think this will lead to a relationship, unfortunately, but it is like someone you'll have like a romantic entanglement with, and all things serve their own purpose. So it could be really fun while it lasts, you know, or there could be lessons that could be learned, or whatever the situation is. I'm going to tell you what it is up front. I feel like there could be a lot of drama with this person. Like, I think they just have a lot of people around them, or maybe a lot of options, or they just have like player energy. But there's something about you two and your connection where there's a lot of like chemistry and compatibility. It almost feels really faded. I feel like this person's really busy too, or they say they're really busy, or they're juggling a lot of different, I don't want to say people, but they're juggling a lot of different things, like with work or with life, and so it's like their schedule is not as clear as like you would want it to be when involved with someone romantically, which could lead to a lot of drama with the Five of Wands. And I feel like you could romanticize them more than they deserve with the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords. Like, there's this definite like opportunity here. Like, you'll have the instantaneous like chemistry and connection. There will be magnetism, there'll be attraction. Like, it's almost going to be one of those connections where there's so much potential, but it's like not moving forward the way that you want it to. And in a way, with the Four of Wands, it could be karmic. Like you're meant to meet this person. There's something that has to be like learned from this. I feel like they could have tattoos. I'm just gonna like describe this person, I guess. They could have blue eyes and like dark hair. I feel like this is someone who is really like, I honestly feel like they're very niche. Like, they have like a field of expertise. They could even be like a manager or a business owner, and they're like very nerdy about it. So like they're kind of like this player. They have this player energy, and they could be like a real ladies man and like seem like very Rico Suave and like shit like that. But I do feel like they're very nerdy at the end of the day, and like they just kind of want someone that they can connect with on like an intellectual level with the Ace of Swords, on a romantic level with the Ace of Cups. I feel like this person's really accustomed to just like being physical, and they don't really like forge emotional connections. Jackson. And I feel like with you, you're going to really give this person a lot, and like kind of show them like how to be loved or how to love. And that sounds weird. Like, I'm not saying you're gonna teach them how to love, but like you're gonna show them. Yeah, we have heart-to-heart conversations. It could just be because you're a Pisces and you have this beautiful Piscean energy. You're gonna show them like what it means to like actually be intimate, and not necessarily just intimate in a sexual way, but intimate on like a emotional level. Like, you're gonna make this person feel safe. Like, they're gonna feel like they can trust you. They're gonna feel like they can open up to you, and that's like not how this person like feels usually. This is like the type of person that usually like gets with girls that are like retarded. Sorry, stupid. People hate that word. I love that word. I have to stop using it. I know. But okay, anyway. Stupid, like ditzy. Like they're like they get with like people that are just not long-term people, like at all. And like they're gonna meet you, and it's going to really change their perception on like love and relationships and things like that. I definitely think it could be an emotional connection. I definitely think it can be an intellectual connection as well. I honestly think you might hold off on like the physical part just to kind of like keep them at arm's length for a little bit. And maybe that's how you play this. Maybe you hold off on the physicality because that's what they want to lead with usually. And that's how you play things differently, and that's how you get them to like, you know, understand you and like you more. I do really feel like they're gonna want to give to you. I just feel like, okay, so I feel like the beginning is a rocky start. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the beginning is like, okay, I don't know if I'm gonna be compatible with this person. But there is so much potential with the Four of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. I feel like this is someone that like you
you guys could end up together, like you could be together, but it's gonna really be dependent on how you play it. And I feel like how you're gonna play it just naturally is like you're gonna show this person what it means to actually like have an emotional and intellectual connection with someone. This is something they're not like accustomed to, like at all. And they're gonna want to put their best foot forward. They're gonna like be engaged in this, and this is something that's going to actually really like get their attention and probably even keep their attention, because again, you're not leading with just like physicality. I'm really hearing this Doja Cat song where she's like, she just gets undressed, she has no finesse. So like you have finesse. You're not just getting undressed, you know, you like actually know how to play this. And yeah, we have building blocks. So this is really cool because I feel like you're going to like really transform this connection and this person's view of a connection. And it could just be that it has to be a slow start. Like you guys just have to build that foundation. You have to like forge a friendship and like maybe take it slow. So yeah, that's what I'm saying for you. And that's so funny. I like mentioned that Doja Cat song. You've been listening to her recently, because there you go. I've been wanting to like. It's been really hard to do videos like with a newborn, obviously. But when I get back into it, I like want to start doing like songs, like putting songs in a bowl and like picking them out, because like my whole life is like surrounded by music. I love music, and I think that's like also has its own oracle property, and that's super cool to me. Like when readers do that. All right, I love you, Sarah. Thank you so much for joining the live. I really appreciate you. So I'm going to move on to the next person, which is Millie. Jackson, you need to calm down. I don't know what you think is going to happen. I'm not taking you out. Okay, I might, but stop. All right, Millie. So any messages for future in love? Yes, they probably do. Angels love to communicate through music, numbers, all that great stuff. So anything for the future in love. Oh, shit. We have the Two of Cups. The Emperor. So are they in Aries? Queen of Wands. Yep. I think it's them. Yeah, I definitely think it's them. So this is someone that you already know. This is someone you have a strong connection to, strong compatibility with. And there's like an opportunity for you guys to like get some drinks, or maybe even just have like a nice conversation. Maybe even some like really good sex with the Queen of Wands and the Emperor right next to each other. I feel like there's a lot of passion. There's a lot of like sexual chemistry. It could be over between you, which we kind of like established. But there's this over and done with energy where, like we said, it can like reincarnate, it can transform. So it's so funny. The future of love could be, again, with this person, but in a more transformative state. There's a lot that like has been learned, and a lot that has been, you know, recognized between you two. And I feel like there's just really good vibes. It's like you guys would be getting to know each other all over again. Calling in your soulmate. And this could be like something that you have manifested. That it's like transforming, and it's going to forge kind of like, it's like you guys are sort of just starting new, or at least like on a casual basis. I feel like this person really wants to like take care of you, and like I think that the most that they can do at the moment is like, at least sexually, maybe even like I'm seeing like over like video chat. Like maybe it's not even necessarily like in person, but it's just like a nice time. Like you just like, and maybe it is for their birthday, that you guys just like
FaceTime or something and have like this nice like moment. Yeah. And it's gonna give you guys like a chance to start over. So that's what I'm seeing for this spread. I really hope that resonated. Thank you so much, Millie, for joining the live and for getting another reading. All right, you guys, enjoy your new moon in Leo. Try to manifest. It's a great time to manifest. It's also the Lionsgate portal. If you guys didn't get a reading today and you had wanted to get on the list, I am going live again tomorrow, and I'll post the details on my tarot Instagram. All right, you guys, I love you so much. I want to show you though, freaking Jackson destroyed. Look at him. He's like a dead alligator. I cannot. All right. I love you guys. Thank you. You did that. You did that, you animal. You did that. I love you guys. Have a great new moon in Leo. Stay safe and stay healthy. And I will see you guys tomorrow night.